Hello, welcome to my classroom. This is Dr. Vani, and today we'll be learning about polynomials. So what is a polynomial? Polynomial is simply an expression with many terms. So poly means many, right? Polynomials come to us in different forms. So when you talk about a polynomial, we talk about monomials, binomials, and trinomials. A monomial is simply a mathematical expression with one term. So whenever the expression contains only one term, we call that as a monomial. An expression with two terms is called a binomial, and an expression with three terms is called a trinomial. So an expression with more than three terms, we simply call them as polynomials. So polynomials are expressions with many terms. Now the question we need to ask ourselves is a monomial a polynomial? Yes, it is. It's a special name given to an expression with just one term. But all monomials are polynomials. All binomials are polynomials. All trinomials are polynomials. But keep in mind that all polynomials are not monomials. All polynomials cannot be binomials, or all polynomials cannot be trinomials. But the vice versa is true. Let us talk about what is called the degree of the polynomial. The highest power of the variable in the expression is called the degree of the polynomial. For example, let's say we have 3x squared minus 6x to the fifth power minus 2x. And I ask you, what is the degree of this polynomial? We look at the exponents of the variable. So if you notice, the variable in this expression is x, and we look for the exponent of x. So in the first term, you notice that the exponent of x is 2. In the second term, the exponent of x is 5. And in the third term, the exponent of x is 1. So the highest degree, the highest exponent of the variable, which is going to be 5. So the degree of this polynomial is 5. Similarly, let's take another example. 2x cubed minus 8x squared. The degree of this polynomial is going to be, pause the video and try to answer. It is 3. Let's say you have an expression with one term, and that is 7. And I ask you, what is the degree of this monomial? Then the degree of this monomial is, try to guess, is 0. Hope it is clear. The highest power of the variable in the expression is called the degree of the polynomial. Now, it is customary to always write the polynomial in the decreasing order of the exponent of the variable in the given expression. So, for example, in this polynomial that is given to us, which is 3x squared minus 6x to the fifth power minus 2x, it is customary to write the polynomial in the decreasing order of the exponents of the variable. So I have to write this as negative 6x to the fifth power plus 3x squared minus 2x. Let's talk about adding and subtracting polynomials. Let's say we are given two polynomials, negative 2x squared plus 10x to the fourth power plus x cubed. And we have to add this polynomial with another polynomial, 4x cubed plus 3x to the fourth power plus 8x squared. Now, how do we do this? We write the first polynomial as it is. So this is going to be negative 2x squared plus 10x to the fourth plus x cubed. Whenever we are adding polynomials, we are not changing anything with the second polynomial as well. So I'm simply going to write the second polynomial as it is, connecting the two polynomials with the addition sign in between. So once the two polynomials are written this way, then we are going to combine what are called like terms. What do we mean by like terms? Now, if you look at the polynomial, there are many terms, but we do see some terms with the same exponent. For example, we have 10x to the power of 4, and there is another 3x to the power of 4. So we can add these two terms. And if we add them, it's going to be 10 plus 3, which is 13x to the fourth power. Then we look for x cubed terms. So we do see that there is 1x cubed here and 4x cubed here. We're going to add these two, and we are going to get plus 5x cubed. Then we're going to look at x squared terms. So if we look at x squared terms, we have negative 2x squared and plus 8x squared. So 8x squared minus 2x squared. So 8 minus 2 is 6x squared. So it's going to be plus 6x squared. And here is your answer. Here is the solution or the sum of the two polynomials. Hope this is clear. Let us look at another operation of polynomials. 4x cubed plus 3x to the fourth power plus 9x cubed minus 4x squared. I'm asked to add these two polynomials. So, like I said, because it is addition, I'm going to leave the two polynomials as it is and going to add them or combine them with an addition sign. So 9x cubed minus 4x squared. Now, once this is done, I am going to start with the highest exponent of the variable and going to combine the like terms. So if we want to do that, then if you notice that the degree of this polynomial is 4. So you start with 3x to the fourth power, and I see that there is no other term that has x to the fourth power in it. So I'm going to go ahead and write this as it is. So 3x to the fourth power plus the next highest exponent is 3. So I see 4x cubed term, and I also see a 9x cubed term. So I'm going to combine those like terms. So 9 plus 4 is going to be 13x cubed. And I notice that there is negative 4x squared, and there is no other like term. So I'm going to write that term as negative 4x squared. And we notice that the sum of the two given polynomials is 3x to the fourth power plus 13x cubed minus 4x squared. Hope adding the polynomials is clear to you. It is very easy. All that you need to understand is that whenever you are adding two polynomials, nothing changes. So you write the polynomials as they are and combine them with an addition sign in between them. Then you combine the like terms in the order of the exponents of the variable. So you start with the highest degree of the polynomial, which is going to be the 4, and then go in the decreasing order. So you start with x to the power of 4, and then you combine like terms, then you do the x cubed, and then you do the x squared, and so on and so forth. Hope the addition is clear. Let us go ahead and talk about subtracting two polynomials. So I have two polynomials, 4x cubed plus 3x to the 4th power minus x to the 4th power minus 5x cubed. Now, when subtracting polynomials, you have to be more careful and follow the process. So keep the first polynomial as is, so 4x cubed plus 3x to the 4th power. Now, you notice that when there is no term in front of the parentheses, it is simply 1. So you have -1, which needs to be distributed to every single term in the polynomial. So I'm going to go ahead and distribute the -1 to each one of those terms in the second polynomial. So -1 times 1 is negative x to the 4th power. -1 times negative 5x cubed is going to become positive 5x cubed. Now, keep in mind that negative times negative is positive. So now we go ahead and do the same thing. We combine like terms. So you start with the highest exponent of the variable. So I have 3x to the 4th power and negative x to the 4th power. So I'm going to combine the like terms. So I'm going to combine plus 3x to the power of 4 minus x to the power of 4, which is going to be 2x to the 4th power. Then I have the x cubed terms. So I'm going to add 4x cubed plus 5x cubed, which is going to give me 9x cubed. So the difference between these two given polynomials is 2x to the 4th power plus 9x cubed. You have to observe caution when doing subtraction because the signs of the second polynomial, the sign of the terms of the second polynomial are going to change. Let us do another example. 3x squared minus 6x to the 5th power minus 2x minus negative 2x squared minus 6x to the 5th power plus 2x. I'm asked to subtract these two polynomials. You are going to write the first polynomial as it is. So it's going to be 3x squared minus 6x to the 5th power minus 2x. Now, I notice that there is -1 in front of the second polynomial. So I'm going to distribute -1 to each of the terms inside the polynomial. So it's going to be -1 times -2x squared is going to be positive 2x squared. -1 times -6x to the 5th power is going to be positive 6x to the 5th power. -1 times positive 2x is going to be -2x. You notice that -2x squared became positive 2x squared, -6x to the 5th became positive 6x to the 5th, and positive 2x has become -2x when multiplied with -1. Now you combine the like terms. It's customary to always start with the highest exponent of the variable. So I have -6x to the 5th and positive 6x to the 5th power. You notice -6x to the 5th and positive 6x to the 5th. So -6 plus 6 is simply going to give us 0. Or in other words, these two terms are going to cancel each other. So we're not going to have an x to the power of 5th term in our answer. So we'll look at the next term. The next term is going to be x squared term, right? So you will notice that there is 3x squared and positive 2x squared. And when we combine those two terms, you will end up with 5x squared. The next terms are going to be -2x and -2x. Now observe caution. Here you are adding -2x plus -2x. -2x plus -2x is going to be -4x. So your final answer to this problem is going to be 5x squared minus 4x. Hope the subtraction is clear. When doing subtraction of polynomials, please observe caution because the signs of the terms in the second polynomial are going to change. You will notice in this example that negative 2x squared became positive 2x squared, negative 6x to the fifth power became positive 6x to the fifth power, and positive 2x became negative 2x. When you observe this caution and do it carefully, addition and subtraction of polynomials is pretty simple. Hope this concept is clear to you. See you again in the next video. Bye.